Hey guys, Coach Reed here with a recap of our first game of the season, Miamisburg. Away game, playing at Miamisburg in Dayton. Typically when we go up to Dayton, they're rough and tumble games, and we've come to expect that we have to play these Dayton teams because that's who we play in tournament, and it's good to get a look at them and their style of play, obviously very different from style of play in southwestern Ohio, although a couple teams in our league play the same way. Recap of the game. Miamisburg, we were never really on our system. We never really got into the flow of the game. They came right out from the start. Mike Tyson always says, everybody has a game plan until you get punched in the face. Well, first couple seconds of the game, they came out and really punched us in the face with some attacks, some rough play, and just really they took the aggressor position, not actually physically, but just attacking quickly and fast. Great team, moved the ball very well. A lot of skilled players on their team, and they came at us. Because of that, we played good majority of the game on our heels. The first goal given up was a nice goal on their part, diving header off of a free kick. Miscue on our part because we weren't marked up goal side, but we've worked on that. We've talked about that. We understand we need to be ball side, goal side of the player at all times. Goal number two, that was before the half. So we go into the half and we're still in the game. I'm sorry, no, both goals were before the half, but or both of the first two goals. But then goal number two was just a bad luck. A guy takes it down, he gets in behind our defense, makes a great cross, and just a missed touch by one of our guys, and it's in the back of the net. There's nothing you can do about that. Everybody has one of those goals in their career where they accidentally put it on the wrong net. They worked hard for the goal, but we handed them a little early Christmas gift. Goal number three, miscue again in the back. We turned and played a ball back across the middle to a guy standing there waiting for the ball, and he tucked it away. Ryan and Billy did their best to try to recover from it, but he got a good touch on the ball and got it behind and past Ryan before he could get down. So it is what it is. We gave up, I think we handed them two very nice gifts, so we made a 1-0 game, a 3-0 game against a team that, to be honest with you, we were better than them. If we played them like we played Lakota East or the next game Turpin, we'd have won that game, we'd have had a different result. The big difference is, and this is the lesson we learned from this game, the big difference is we allowed them to come out first. If you look at it like a prize fight, they came out and they threw the first punch. They came barging across the ring and they took the first swing, and we spent the rest of the fight against the ropes trying to get off of them. So we learned a big lesson, and that is we need to come out, we need to set the tone and set the pace of the game. We need to make the other team, put them on their heels and make them play our style of play. The big, huge, I can't stress enough how big this is, lesson that we took away from this game was off the field. Our motto for the year is Victoria Ultra Venatus, victory beyond the game. And we have struggled, I shouldn't say struggled, we have worked very hard throughout summer, throughout two-a-days, throughout our retreat, throughout our training sessions of stressing how important it is for us to act like classy, professional young men. And you guys are a tremendous group of guys. I enjoy being around you. Absolutely love the feedback I get from the community of what a great group of guys you are. But we failed. And we talked about it after the game, and I'm not going to hammer it. But we let a team and a referee who obviously that game was not going to go our way. Obviously, we were the guests, and we were the unwanted guests in home. And we were treated as if. And you're going to have days like that. You're going to have bosses that don't like you for one reason or another and do things. You're going to have colleagues that talk behind your back or submarine your project so that they can be the one that gets promoted. You're going to have neighbors who let their dog go in your yard. I mean, things like this are going to happen. People are going to do things that seem inconsiderate and self-centered and attacking you. And Miamisburg, obviously, they attacked us. There were some physical and verbal things, the punting the ball out of the stadium when they scored a goal, the coming at our keeper, the cleats up tackles, the hits after the play. Those were very apparent to us. They weren't so apparent to the referee for one reason or another, but what we have to take away from that is there's nothing we can do about that. Complaining to the referee, retaliating acting like them, stooping to their level doesn't accomplish anything. It just brings us to their level. We're better people than that. So the lesson we take away is win or lose, there's a victory to be had there, and it's beyond the game. So you always carry yourself like men of class. We walked into Miamisburg They had nasty things to say about us. They had nasty things to do to us. And they wanted to believe that Talawand is just a bunch of, punk country boys, and go back to your podunk town of Oxford, and that's how they feel about us, and that's great. But the problem is we went ahead and upheld that stereotype or that perspective they had of us, because we did retaliate, and we got a red card, and we got we had some nasty hits, and we did get some other cards, and so we came away looking just like what they pictured. It was a self-fulfilling prophecy. We had an opportunity to go in there and take our beating, take our lumps, get homered, whatever you want to call it, and walk away with some pride in class and say, you know what, that's fine. If that's the way you're going to act, we're still going to walk out of here like proud young men. And sadly, we stooped to their level. We became just like them in Springboro. So, big lesson there. It's just a game. And people will not remember the bumps and bruises, and will not remember the passes and the headers and the minor details of the game. They'll remember the big things, the 3 goals and the way we acted. And so we take that lesson away, and we realize that we're a great ball club with a lot of class. We're very skilled. We run fast, and we're big, we're strong. We've got to use those to our advantage. We should have come out and run at them from the very beginning and used our size and speed to our advantage and set the tone of the game. Instead, what happened was we went into a game where we were attacked in the alley. We didn't see it coming, and instead of being smart and defending ourselves, we jumped to the extreme and pulled out a gun and started firing away. There's a fine line between protecting yourselves, playing your game, and going overboard and becoming retaliatory and becoming the attacker yourselves. And we crossed that line. So we know for the future, we're going to face teams that are rough. Our way of handling it is to protect ourselves, to stand up for ourselves, but to do it within the boundaries of the game and within the code of our team. There is a code here. So, aside from that, it's a learning experience. First game of the season, our undefeated season. Oh well, we're not going to get there, but we know what to expect when we play the Dayton teams in tournament. I'll see you guys at practice.